Do you guys want a strategy to help you to stop reacting and speed up your manifestations at the same time? Well, guess what? That's what we're going to talk about today. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I'm going to show you and help you and explain to you an awesome technique that you can use to help speed up your manifestation. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon below because I do put out new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each one of them designed to help you create something wonderful in your life. Okay, so speeding up our manifestation. So one way that we can speed up our manifestations is by stopping reacting to things, okay? Now, I realize that it's hard to just stop reacting because we need to replace it with something. So this is what we do instead of reacting. And this will speed up your manifestations because, to be perfectly honest, is those thoughts that you have during the time that you're reacting, they're creating as well. And there's also creating emotions, which also help it to manifest the thoughts when you're reacting. So what I do instead of reacting is when I see something show up in my reality that I don't like, I recognize it, acknowledge it, and then I change it with an intention, okay? And this works really, really well for speeding stuff up because you basically deal with it on the spot, okay? So let's say, for instance, I intend for Jerry to, want to go out with me on Friday night, okay? So then I text him, I'm like, hey, Jerry, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm busy Friday, I can't go out with you, okay? So instead of reacting and being upset, I just instantly look at the situation and go, okay, Jerry said he's busy on Friday. I intend for him to want to hang out with me every Friday. I intend to see him every day. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to take the feedback that we get from our reality and we want to say, I like that, I don't like that. And if it's something you don't like, you want to change it on the spot into a positive intention. It's done, it's over with, it's gone. Okay, so that's what we want to do instead of reacting. In fact, it is a form of reacting. It's like, this happened, do you like it? No. How are you going to react? Well, I'm going to react by basically saying that I would rather have this instead. See, the things is our thoughts are things. The thing is our thoughts are things, okay? So everything that we have in our reality is a projection of our subconscious mind, okay? So if I say 20 years ago intended that Jerry always stands on his head, Jerry is going to constantly stand on his head until I acknowledge it and change it, okay? The reason for that is because our thoughts are things, and things that manifest stay in play until we acknowledge them and change them. Now, this works to our advantage, okay? How does it work to our advantage? Easy. Every day we wake up, we know who we are, our room looks the same, our house looks the same, our people act the same way that we left them. Because if they didn't, we would actually wake up not know who we are or anything in what our reality was because we'd have to recreate it all every single day, okay? So it's not so much ignoring your reality. It's about acknowledging your reality and then changing it, okay? Now, where does this work to our disadvantage? It works to our disadvantage when we want to recreate a situation or change, recreate somebody, okay? Because ultimately, what we need to do is to shift our perception of them, okay? So let's say, for instance, Jerry always comes in late to work. It's like, Jerry, you're late for the video. It started 3 minutes ago. Well, I thought I was on time. Oh, my goodness, Jerry's always late. Can't believe he's late. Why does he disrespect me? Okay, so now I'm just focusing on him being late and adding more into him being late and basically creating him as late. Now, as long as I leave it at that, he's always going to, now Jerry, it's nearly 4 minutes into the video, finally showed up. He's like, okay, right? So now he's going to always continue to be late, okay? So so that's where it works to our disadvantage because if it's something we don't like, until we actually acknowledge it and change it, it's going to keep happening, okay? Now, all of a sudden, he comes in late. Again, Jerry, it's after 4 minutes in the video. And it's like, no, you know what? I intend for Jerry to be on time. I intend for him to show up from the videos right in the beginning, okay? And then boom, you move on from it. Rather than reacting, acknowledging, Jerry showed up late. Does that bother me? Yeah. Do I want to change it? Absolutely. I intend for Jerry to be on time, okay? So, it's because our reality, everything is left exactly the way we last created it to be, okay? So when it comes to recreating people, we want to give them the room to change, okay? So we don't want to hold them to who they used to be. Okay, but we don't want to ignore what they're doing. We want to acknowledge what they're doing if we don't like it, and then create the opposite intention, right? So for instance, let's say me and Jerry have a fight and he's like, that's it, I never want to talk to you again. Okay, so part of it would be, well, I'm just going to assume that Jerry was upset and he didn't mean it. Okay, so I intend for Jerry to, to never get upset at me and to be nice to me and that sort of thing, right? So whereas, if we say hold on to it and be like, oh, he said he's never going to talk to me again, right? And then keep focusing on that rather than changing the story and creating an intention like, look at, you know what, he's over it, he was just upset. Then we're always going to get him not talking to us, right? So, it's about taking, what you've created previously, acknowledging it, and then changing it around. And how you do that is with your intentions and by reacting, not in a way of emotionally reacting, but in a way of acknowledging it and then changing, and saying the exact opposite intention and intending that different is going to start happening going forward. Okay. Anyways, this is my video for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are all absolutely amazing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.